Hello, future chemists. Welcome to this exciting session on aldehydes and ketones. Today, we are diving deep into a crucial aspect, oxidation. We'll explore how these common organic compounds react with various oxidizing agents, transforming into different functional groups. This journey will take us from fundamental concepts to advanced reaction mechanisms, preparing you for the challenges of Advanced. Get ready to unlock the secrets of carbonyl chemistry. Let's start with the basics of oxidation, understanding how aldehydes and ketones behave differently under mild conditions. In organic chemistry, oxidation isn't just about adding oxygen. It can also mean removing hydrogen or increasing the number of bonds to electronegative atoms like oxygen. For aldehydes and ketones, it primarily involves adding more oxygen atoms to the carbonyl carbon. Aldehydes, with their unique hydrogen on the carbonyl carbon, are quite eager to oxidize. This hydrogen can be easily replaced by a hydroxyl group, leading to carboxylic acids. This makes them highly reactive even with mild oxidizing agents. Ketones, on the other hand, are much more stable. They lack that special hydrogen atom on the carbonyl carbon. This structural difference means they resist oxidation under mild conditions. To oxidize a ketone, you generally need vigorous conditions and strong oxidizing agents like hot nitric acid or potassium permanganate. Such harsh treatment often leads to the breaking of carbon-carbon bonds, resulting in smaller carboxylic acids. Knowing this distinction is key to understanding their chemistry. Now, let's test your understanding with a few easy questions. Can you identify which compounds will react with Tollens reagent, predict the product of butanol oxidation, and explain why ketones are resistant to mild oxidation? Pause the video, think, and then check your answers. Ready to go a bit deeper? Let's explore the specific tests that differentiate aldehydes from ketones and understand the underlying principles. Tollens and Fehling's tests are classic examples. Tollens reagent, containing silver ions, gets reduced to metallic silver by aldehydes, forming a beautiful silver mirror. Fehling's solution, with its copper, too, ions, is reduced to a brick-red precipitate of cuprous oxide by aliphatic aldehydes. These reactions are powerful tools for identification. Conceptually, aldehyde oxidation often proceeds via a gemdiol intermediate, where water adds to the carbonyl, making the carbon-hydrogen bond more susceptible to oxidation. When it comes to ketones, while generally stable, vigorous oxidation can cleave their carbon-carbon bonds. This often follows Popoff's rule for unsymmetrical ketones, where the carbonyl group tends to stay with the smaller alkyl fragment. However, there's also a milder, more controlled way to oxidize ketones without breaking the carbon backbone, the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. This reaction, using peroxy acids, inserts an oxygen atom to form an ester, a very useful transformation in organic synthesis. The Baeyer-Villiger oxidation is a fascinating reaction where an oxygen atom is inserted into the ketone, transforming it into an ester. This is a very specific and controlled way to oxidize ketones, unlike the harsh conditions that lead to C-to-C bond cleavage. It's a prime example of how chemists can achieve selective transformations by choosing the right reagent. Understanding this reaction is crucial for more complex synthetic problems. Time to challenge yourselves with some medium-level questions. Can you identify an unknown compound based on its reactions, predict products using Popoff's rule, differentiate between common carbonyl compounds, and apply the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation? Take your time to analyze each problem. Alright, let's step up the game. We are now moving into the hard level, focusing on mechanisms and selective reagents. At this level, it's not just about knowing the products but understanding how they form. For instance, the Tollens test mechanism involves the aldehyde first forming a hydrate in alkaline conditions, which is then oxidized. In Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, the migration of an alkyl or aryl group is key, and the migratory aptitude order dictates which group moves. This concept is vital for predicting regoselectivity in complex ketones. Knowing these details allows for precise control in synthesis. Let's delve deeper into key reagents. Selenium dioxide, or SiO2, is a remarkable reagent for its selectivity. It specifically oxidizes the carbon atom alpha to the carbonyl group, creating alpha-diketones or alpha-hydroxyketones. This is a powerful tool for building complex structures. Contrast this with strong oxidants like KMNO4, K2Cr2O7, or HNO3, which are much less selective and often lead to carbon-carbon bond cleavage, especially with ketones, resulting in mixtures of carboxylic acids. Connecting these reactions to broader chemical theories is essential for G-advanced. For example, understanding the electrophilic nature of the peroxy acid in Baeyer-Villiger oxidation or the free radical mechanisms that can sometimes underpin strong oxidations provides a deeper insight. The ability to predict outcomes based on subtle structural differences and reagent properties is what sets apart a strong understanding. It's time for some hard-hitting questions. These problems will test your understanding of mechanisms, migratory aptitudes, and the specific applications of various oxidizing agents. Think critically, apply your knowledge of reaction pathways, and try to justify your answers. Good luck! Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll explore advanced concepts, complex mechanisms, and the competitive depth required for G-advanced, including synthetic strategies and real-world implications. The haloform reaction is a classic example of a selective oxidation for methyl ketones. Its multi-step mechanism, involving alpha-halogenation, nucleophilic attack, and cleavage, is crucial for both identification and synthesis. Another fascinating process is the autooxidation of aldehydes, a free radical chain reaction where atmospheric oxygen slowly converts aldehydes to carboxylic acids, often via a peroxy acid intermediate. This process has industrial relevance and highlights how seemingly simple reactions can have complex underlying mechanisms. Beyond direct oxidation of carbonyls, understanding oxidative cleavage reactions like ozonolysis is vital for synthesizing aldehydes and ketones from alkenes. This broader perspective connects different chapters in organic chemistry. When choosing an oxidant, a comparative analysis is key, from the highly selective SiO2 for alpha oxidation to the powerful but less selective chromium and manganese reagents. Green chemistry alternatives are also increasingly important, pushing towards safer and more sustainable synthetic methods. Oxidation isn't confined to lab benches, it's fundamental in biology. Enzymes like aldehyde dehydrogenases catalyze the oxidation of aldehydes to carboxylic acids in our bodies, often utilizing cofactors like NAD+. This is vital for metabolism and detoxification. In terms of synthesis, oxidation reactions are critical for retrosynthetic analysis. If you want to make a carboxylic acid, think about oxidizing an aldehyde or alcohol. If it's an ester, consider a Baeyer-Villiger of a ketone. This reverse thinking is essential for designing complex synthetic routes. Finally, understanding how oxidation impacts spectroscopic data is crucial for characterizing products. IR spectroscopy will show the disappearance of aldehyde CH stretches and the appearance of broad OH stretches for carboxylic acids. 1-HNMR will reveal shifts in the aldehyde proton signal and the appearance of the highly deshielded carboxylic acid proton. These analytical tools confirm the success of your oxidation reactions and provide insights into the molecular structure of the products, completing the cycle from reaction to characterization. Now, for the ultimate challenge. These first 5 questions will test your mastery of complex mechanisms, multi-step synthesis, and comparative analysis of different carbonyl compounds and their reactions. Approach each problem systematically, draw out the structures, and explain your reasoning thoroughly. Here are the remaining 5 questions for the hardest level. These problems delve into advanced concepts like retrosynthesis, environmental chemistry, and the nuances of spectroscopic characterization. They require a deep understanding and the ability to integrate knowledge from various topics. Push your limits and strive for complete, well-reasoned answers. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the oxidation of aldehydes and ketones. I hope you've gained a comprehensive understanding of this crucial topic, from basic principles to advanced mechanisms and synthetic applications. Remember, consistent practice is key to mastering these concepts for advanced. For more such engaging and in-depth content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in and subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep excelling. See you in the next session.